Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be a shop my stash video. I know I haven't filmed one of these in like 4 months. So here we are. We're gonna film a new one today. If you like shop my stash videos, please keep on watching. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing before you leave. Now let's go ahead and talk about what do we have here, what are we starting with, and then what are we gonna shop my stash for, our stash. You know, I'm joining you, adding you to my conversation with myself. All right, these are mainly some new items I picked up. I was on a low buy for the first 3 months of the year. And Sephora sale happened. There were a few items that I was really interested in. So I picked up a couple items. I've been playing with them. I have them here because I do want to continue to play with them. So these did not go back into the stash. I have a couple blushes, the Patrick Ta blushes, one of the Rare Beauty blushes. I did pick up a deeper shade of my favorite bronzer, the House Lab bronzer. So a couple different things, some Dior products, some LYS products that I was finally able to get. And then I placed an order on Glaminatrix Cosmetics. I've been really wanting this palette. So I picked it up, and I also picked up a couple of her singles. They're just sitting in this Makeup Geek Z palette. So that's what we're starting with. There are a couple lippies in here as well. One of the Patrick Ta lippies, House Lab new lip oil, and just a combo I've been wearing recently that I really want to wear a little bit more. So we basically can shop for everything. And then we're going to be doing swatches of all of these once, you know, once we put everything back in the drawer, and then I'll swatch everything basically. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll shop my stash for, there really isn't much in my new makeup drawer, but we'll take a look at that in there. And then we'll look for some eyeshadow palettes and go from there. All right, you guys, we are in my new makeup drawer. I just gotta take a little breather, and I need to say, please forgive me if I feel all over the place, and that's because I am. It's been so long since I filmed, and since I really filmed this video too, so I feel like, a little stressed. I just need a breather. All right, from the new makeup drawer, actually, I do have quite a bit of stuff. I didn't think I had that much. I have some of the RMS Beauty products. I have a bronzer. I ordered a bronzer in one of their blushes. Do I want to pull both of these in? We have that. I also have the House Labs blush, the Color Fuse blush, and I picked up the shade French Rosette. I think maybe I'm gonna, I'll pull this one in instead of the, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. We're definitely gonna pull this guy in. And let's see, let me show you the blush I got from RMS. I really wanted their bronzer, like really wanted it. So I ended up getting both of these, the blush and the bronzer, for Mother's Day. So this is the blush from RMS, and this is Crystal Slipper. Yeah, Crystal Slipper. I think I'm going to pull it in. We're going to do both of these. We're going to do the blush, and then I'm going to do the bronzer. This is in the shade Malibu Muse. Again, we'll do swatches at the end of the video. But these, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull them in. This was highly discounted on Ipsy. So I picked it up. This is the Luxe Eyeshadow Quad, the Passion Fleur from Pat McGrath Labs. I really want to play with this one, so I think I'm going to bring that in. And then, let's see. I did pick up another shade of the Rare Beauty blushes. Oh my God, I was so addicted. And I have a little bit of a side pan in the shade that I have in my drawer. But this is in the shade Hope. I did pull in quite a few blushes, so I'm not going to pull this guy in yet. What else do we have? Ooh, the concealer by House Labs. I haven't... I think I used it once or twice so far, but I think I would like to bring it in because I do miss their foundation. I do want to bring in their foundation. And I finally picked up this guy. This is the About Face, the Performer foundation. I picked up the shade LM1 Neutral, so I think I'm gonna pull this one in. And for now, that will be it. I kind of, do we want to try this by Jisoo? Haven't tried it yet. This is their honey infused lip oil, and this is in the shade Strawberry Sorbet. All right, let's do it. We'll do that. And that will, now that's it from over here. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna skip my because right down under is the lippies and like these two drawers, so we're gonna skip those. I'm gonna wait towards the end after I picked up my eyeshadow palettes to shop for lippies. We'll go ahead and pull in a primer, setting spray, and actually let's do eyeshadow palettes now, and then we'll do primer, setting spray, and foundation. All right, so we're gonna go ahead into my eyeshadow palettes. This is drawer number 1 from here. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna pull in. There's been quite a few cooler tone eyeshadow palettes coming out, and I think I would like to play with one from my stash. So, you know, kind of like curb the urge to buy any. I can think of the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the first mothership. This is definitely on the cooler tone, so more neutral cool tone. I think I'm gonna pull this guy in. This is Subliminal. We're gonna do that one. I do have, we're gonna go to the next drawer up. I do have this one from from Ensley Cosmetics. This is the Cold Moon palette. I have played with it here and there. I do really enjoy it. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm thinking of this one too. We're gonna pull this one in. What else? Who else has kind of like cooler tone? Oh, how about we do the the Sultry palette by ABH. This is more on the neutral side. Just what, like 1 or 2 cooler tone shadows. So I think I'm gonna play with this one. And let's see. Okay, how about we pull in Melt Cosmetics. This is the Mary Jane palette. I love this thing. I really enjoy this palette. So we're gonna do this. And I think that will be it. I was kind of considering one of the Lorac palettes, the Noir. Yeah, the Noir palette, because it does have a little bit of like the neutral cool, but I think I already have too many, so I'm gonna hold off on the Lorac unless I put one palette back. No, we're gonna keep with what we have. Lorac can wait. All right, now that we have eyeshadow palettes picked out, let's go ahead and do primers. I feel like I always work in weird orders. Wouldn't it be kind of like make more sense to go to bronzers, blushes, and all that, and then do face, and then do lippies? Maybe that's what I should do. Let's go ahead and move on to bronzers. Look at me being a rebel. All right, I decided to go ahead and move on to my face palette drawer. You know, I don't show this drawer enough love, so I think I'm gonna pull in something from here. I don't know what yet, but something. 8 palettes. So Smashbox, Cali Kiss. This might be a really good time to pull this guy in, considering, you know, getting nice and warm here in California. So there's that one. Or let's see, another one by Smashbox. This is the Ablaze palette. I do really like this one too. Or, ooh, I haven't used the NARS one in quite some time. This is the Overlust by NARS. So we got some blushes and some highlights. Do I want to do this one? Okay, what else do we have that has not been loved recently? A lot of them have not been loved recently. I do really like these two. This is the MAC. I know it was ripped and it went on a different palette. This is the deeper one, and this was the light one. What do I want to pull in? I think I'm going to go ahead and pull in this one, the Cali Kiss by Smashbox. I think it's just like the perfect timing to use it. It looks so pretty. I do have a little bit of a tan, so hopefully I'll be able to use these highlights. Let's do it. Let's pull this guy in. Okay, moving on to the bronzer drawer. I already have two bronzers picked out and a cream bronzer. So keeping that in mind, I do want to still play with a couple. Again, I do have a little bit of color, so I can use something a little bit deeper, like this one. This is by Gucci. This is the Eclat Soleil number 3. I really like this guy, so I'm gonna pull this guy in. Let's see which other bronzers. Let me see. Let's see this guy, this baby by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade 2. Yeah, shade 2. Or which one? This one by Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade medium. This is a really good one. Oh, you know, this guy is pretty good too for a little bit of color. The one by M Cosmetics. This is the Sculpting Powder Bronzer. This is in the shade Silhouette. This is also a pretty good shade for this time. I do like this guy too. This is the Kosas bronzer. This is in the shade Beachy, the Sun Show. But I think, so the RMS one, I think is kind of like glowy. Maybe I don't pick out a glowy bronzer because RMS is glowy. What's the other one? The House Lab. It's not really glowy, but it has that sheen to it. So how about we do, man, let's do this one by Mario, the shade medium too. So that will give me 4 bronzers. I think I can do one more. Let's pull in Nabla. The skin. I want to pull in Nabla. Or do I want to pull in this Hourglass one? This is in the shade Luminous. Luminous Bronze Light, yes. I'm going to do this one. Looking for that kind of glow. All right, let's pick out some blushes. All right, for the blushes, same sort of situation. I already have a few picked out, so I don't want to overwhelm myself and get too many. I really have been enjoying the very kind of like a little bit on the pinkish side, like neutral pink, glowy blushes. So I think that's what I'm gonna try and pull in. It's got Petal Power by MAC. I really like this one. Ooh, you know, I really like these. I think it's been a while. How about we have Sweets for My Sweet. This is the Extra Dimension blush. Clearly, I have MAC on the mind because I was thinking about pulling in a MAC palette. Oh, this would be perfect for this time. I'm gonna do this one. Let me see this guy. Which one? I don't want to get too many because I have like what? 1, 2. I already have 5 and a cream. So And then the palette has blushes in it. So I need only one of these. You know, I'm gonna play with the extra dimension one because that definitely has been a long time since I used it. So we're gonna do that one. Oh, how did they fit previously? Oh man, okay, well, I don't know. All right, we're gonna do this guy. Let's do highlights. Okay, for highlights, I don't think I have any pulled in. I have just the one from Sephora. I know there's highlights in the Sunkissed Cali Sunkissed palette, but I want some more. I'm gonna go with the deeper shade of the Clé de Peau. This is shade 203 Sunset's Brilliance. I think that will be beautiful for this time of the year. I think I will do, oh, I do have those two Dior like cream highlight blush toppers too, so keeping that in mind, I guess. How about we pull in Ivory Gold? Which one is this? Oh, I think, yeah, that's so pretty. I think maybe this guy, maybe. Gilded Rose from Smashbox. This is a beautiful one too. Ooh, I really want to pull this guy in, so we'll do that one for sure. Do we not do the Chanel? I think I do. I think I do. It's back here. Let's pull in the Refy. This one was really good. I remember enjoying it. This is the gloss highlighter in the shade is Topaz. I think I'm gonna pull that one in. And I think lastly for a highlight, I'm just gonna pull one more and that will be it. I think I wanna do this guy, the Lancome. This is Sparkling Pesh. I see that they're releasing some new highlights. I'm like, oh, I like their highlight. I gotta remember what I think about it. So I am gonna pull this one in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Chanel one because sure, why not? So that will be it for highlights. Now let's go ahead and get face primers, foundations, powders, and lippies. Alrighty, for a face primer, ooh, again, this is always so hard. I'm kind of missing this guy. This is the Pre-Game by Euphoria. I do really enjoy it, so I think I'm gonna pull this one in. And let's see, like that this has SPF 50, so I think I'm gonna pull this one in too, and that will be it. This is by Can Make. This is Mermaid Skin Gel UV. And it just says sunscreen makeup base, so I'm gonna pull it in. That will be it for primers. Let's pull in some setting sprays. Okay, for setting spray, let's see. I really like this one by Milani, the Make It Last. I think I'll pull this one in. Maybe just the one because I can use it as a primer mist and a setting spray. So I think I'm just gonna do that one and that will be it. Ooh, crazy. I always pull in two. We're just gonna do the one. Let's pull in another foundation and a couple concealers, and then powder, and we'll finish up with lippies. All right, the other foundation that I was really considering was the House Labs. So other than the About Face, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one in. This is a pretty good shade match for me right now. I might need a few deepening drops, but we're gonna do this guy. I do really like that foundation. I do have the concealer by House Labs. I think I'm gonna still pull in one or two more concealers. I did pick out a few concealers during the Sephora sale. I am absolutely loving this Say concealer. I got it in two shades, shade 5 and shade 6. I really am enjoying it. I'm also really enjoying the Cali Ray Hideaway. This is more of a brightener. There's some days where I use it just as a concealer. And I got the shade Warm Sun Glow. I think I'm gonna do that. And then let's do one more. Which other concealer did I pick out? This was a while back, but I did purchase the Iris and Romeo. I had a gift card at Sephora, or one of those $100 reward cards, and I really needed to use it, so I got that guy. Really like the Makeup Forever one. Tower 20. I think I'm gonna do one of the Says. Why am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Yeah, one of the Say concealers. I don't have a super, like, my tan is faded. Don't want to do shade 5 or shade 6. They both work for me perfectly. I think I'm gonna do shade 6, a little bit deeper, because shade 5 or 6. I'm gonna pull in one shade, and if I feel like it's a little bit light, I need something a little deeper, I'll pull in the other shade. So forget it. There we go. Pull them both in. Let's do powders. Okay, for powders, I don't have any powders pulled in. I don't have any new powders. So we can basically get whatever we feel like to some degree. I think for powders, I think I'm gonna pull in one of my Huda powders. I have Cupcake, Pound Cake, and Cherry Blossom. Which one is which? I guess I'll pull in Cupcake. Do that one. Which other powder? I do like a pressed powder as well. I have my favorites. Oh man, the Cloud Set by Kosas. Okay, and how about we pull in this Say powder? It's been a while. This is the Air Set Radiant Loose Setting Powder, and the shade is translucent. I think I'm gonna pull that one in. So that gives me 2 loose, 1 pressed. For a finishing powder, oh my god, I'm so close to finishing my Hourglass Luminous Light powder, but I feel like I want a different one. The Cloish has kind of too much coverage for it to be a finishing powder. Do I want to do my Laura Mercier? Or should I pull in Décolleté? Let's see if Décolleté will fit in there as a loose finishing powder. The only thing remaining is lippies. So let's go ahead and pull in a few lippies. Let's go ahead and pull out some lippies from here. I don't think I'm going to pull in any liquid lips. I'll probably pull in some crayons, a lip crayon. They're all in the red family, or almost all in the red family. It's been a while since I used this Kosas one. It's a while since I used many of them. Ooh, I do like this one, Florence Fig. So I'm gonna pull that one in. That's by Tristique. Kosas. Ooh, that's pretty. On the cooler tone. I'm looking for more cooler neutral tones, because most of the eyeshadow palettes I pulled in are kind of, you know, cooler, a little bit on the cooler side or neutral side. So I don't want to pull in too many warm tone lippies. So we'll do these two, the 2 crayons, these 2. Let's go ahead and pull in some lip glosses. All right, for lip glosses, or just like lippies from this drawer, which ones do I want to pull in? I don't remember which one was. This is Her Majesty. Ooh, that's so pretty. I think I'm going to do this, guys. Is Her Majesty? Yeah, I'm going to pull in Her Majesty by Pat McGrath. For lip glosses, how about we do... Ooh, I like this one a lot. This is Vasanti. This is the Power Oils lip gloss, and this is in the shade Supermom. So we'll do that one. Bobbi Brown's. I took a few of these with me when I went to Hawaii, and oh my gosh, they were just amazing. So comfortable. I'm not gonna pull that one in because I think I'm gonna do one of those lifter glosses by Maybelline. Oh, if I can get it. This guy. What shade is this? This is Petal 005 Petal. What else do we want to put in? Is this? Let's do these two. Full on plumping lip polish by Buxom. This is in the shade Claire, and then Pat McGrath lip gloss, and this is in the shade, what shade is this? Secret Lover. I think that should be it for lippies. This is more of a balm. Oh no, it's a lipstick. Why did I think this was the balm one? What shade is this? This is in the shade Petal. Do you want to do this one? I am not sure. Oh, maybe this one or this Barbie one. It's been a long time. They're very similar. I'll go with the Barbie. Let's do Pure X Barbie. This is in the shade Boss Gloss. We're going to do this guy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put everything back into the drawer, and then we'll do swatches. Alrighty, you guys, I went ahead and I put everything back into the drawer. It's fully packed. I haven't seen it looking this good in so long. This makes me really happy. I do realize this is a lot of products for one person to use in like 2 weeks or full month, but I like having my options, and if I don't get to everything, that's fine. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna just try and clear out some space, and then maybe I'll pull out all of the lippies, and then we'll start talking about what's in here, just so it doesn't look a little bit overwhelming. All right, lippies out of the way. Kind of feel a little bit better about how, you know, how it looks. We'll start with the powders. For powders, I pulled in, I know it's just really didn't fit in here, and I'm like, should I pull it back? Should I not? I'm squeezing them in here. I pulled in the Décolleté. This is the glow pink powder. I will be using it as a finishing powder. It's actually really pretty. It looks so beautiful on the skin. It does have a little bit of glowiness, and the pink color is very nice and brightening. I pulled in Kosas. This is feathery in cloud set. I pulled in the Say Air Set Radiant Loose Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Translucent. This also has a little bit of a glow, but not too much. And then we pulled in the Huda. This is in the shade Cupcake. So we're going to be playing with these powders. Yeah, see, they don't want to fit properly. And it's all right. They're squeezed in there. So that's what I have for powders. I don't know why I jumped straight to powders. We didn't talk about primers. For primers, I pulled in two. I pulled in the Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel UV SPF 50 PA++++. This is in the shade 01. It's a sunscreen makeup base. I'm using it as a both sunscreen and a primer. And then I pulled in the Euphoria. I do remember this having a little bit of a glow to it, and I remember really enjoying it, so I want to play with it a little bit more. For foundations, I pulled in two. I pulled in the House Lab Triclone foundation. This is in the shade 200 light medium neutral. And then this one is new to me. My friend Mariella picked it up recently, and she said that she's really enjoying it. So you know, I kind of had to. This is About Face, and this is the Performer Skin Focus Foundation, and I have the shade LM1 Neutral. I don't even know, is this a, oh shoot, is this a doe foot applicator? I don't even remember. Oh man, I have a feeling it's gonna like, oh, it did not. It's a doe foot applicator. It's kind of a little bit, it's not easy to pull out. Anyways, so that's the one we're going to be playing with. It looks like it should be a good match. We shall see. Concealers. I know I went a little bit crazy. I have 4 concealers. So we'll just say 3 because these are the same concealer, just different shades. The Say concealer, I'm loving it, you guys. I really am enjoying it, and I want to play with these a little bit more. I pulled in the House Labs. I think I've used it once. I don't know what I think about it. I have it in the shade 14, which is light peach. Hopefully it's a good shade for me. And I pulled in the Cali Ray. This is in the shade Warm Sun Glow. This has been really, really nice brightener as well. I have been enjoying it quite a bit. So I feel like we're going to have a good concealer month, couple weeks. So that's exciting. All right, now let's talk about face products. Let me pull in, see, I have way too many things in here. Maybe the lippies need to be separated in a different spot because then everything else fits nicely. I pulled in this face palette. This is by Smashbox. This is the Cali Kissed face palette. And we've got 2 blushes, 2 kind of like warmer tone. We got like a warm tone and a cool tone, blush and 2 highlights, blush and 2 highlights. Let's do a couple swatches from this palette. Oh man, this blush is so pretty. I tend to really enjoy the Smashbox face products. Ooh, that is really pretty. Super beautiful blushes. And then let's go ahead and swatch the highlighter. This is, I think this is probably going to be an eyeshadow topper or something for me. The deeper, the bronzier highlight. Even with my tan, I think it's going to be too much. And then the 2 pinkish or the cooler tone highlighters. Ooh, that's so pretty. Here we go. All right, so that's the Smashbox Cali Kissed face palette. Do they even still sell this one? I don't know. Gosh, I have some ancient collection, you guys. I don't have autofocus on my phone because it was acting kind of funny. So we're gonna force it to focus. Let's talk about bronzers. I have the LYS Cream Bronzer. This is the No Limits bronzer in the shade Harmony. Man, this was so hard to get my hands on. I was on travel actually it was during the Sephora sale. And I went to a Sephora and they had it. So I'm like, you coming home with me because I have not been able to get my hands on it. I've used it a couple of times and I actually really enjoy it. It's not the best swatch, but you get the point. The other bronzers I do have, we'll start with this one. We've got this Gucci. This is the Eclat Soleil, and this is in the shade 03. Definitely on the warmer side, or the deeper tone. So that's a perfect time of the year for it when I have a little bit of a tan. So there it is. Next, we got the shade 6 of the House Lab Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. And this is medium level 6. You guys, again, this was impossible to get my hands on it. Shade number 4 is no longer on Sephora's website, which is really concerning me. That's the shade that I wear most year, all year long. So I'm like, what happened? Where's shade number 4? And then we have by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Bronzer in the shade is medium. This is by Mario. And then we have Hourglass. This is not gonna really swatch very well. This is the Luminous Bronze Light. Yeah, these usually suck. They don't swatch very well. They look like blah. And then the last bronzer is the RMS Beauty. This is in the shade Malibu Muse. Oh, looks so pretty. Ooh, that's glowy. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. We're gonna put it right over here. Here we are. These are the bronzers. All right, let's go ahead and move on to blushes. I kind of mix blushes and highlights in here because that's the only way they fit. Highlight, blush. So only 2 highlights, and then the rest are blushes. And I have blushes here and a cream blush here. Ah, that's a lot of blushes, Rania. Rare Beauty. This is the shade Happy. This is the one I purchased first. Again, I was on travel during the sale. Went to the Sephora. I swatched them. I was not interested in them at all because some of the people that I do like to watch said that they're too glowy. They emphasize too much texture. But then I swatched this baby in store and I was like, okay, you're coming home with me. And I couldn't stop using it. So I went back to the same Sephora and I got the other shade, which we didn't pull in. But you can see, hopefully you can see how much I love it. And I hit side pan on it. It's not a whole lot of product in here. It's only 2.8 grams, but I'm loving this blush. It's so glowy. It's just like, it's perfect. I am enjoying it a lot. There it is. Doesn't look like much on my hand, but when I put it on my face, it is gorgeous. I'm gonna put the highlight back there. Let's go ahead and swatch the Sweets for My Sweet. This is the Extra Dimension by MAC. I would say this is the reason why I wanted to play with my MAC blushes. Because I love the Rare Beauty one. Let's go ahead and do the RMS Beauty. This is Crystal Slipper. I do have one of these by RMS. It's in the shade Pomegranate. It's pretty, very pretty pink actually. Like a berry pink. Here's Crystal Slipper. That looks really nice and neutral. Looks really nice. And then we have House Labs. This is the French Rosette. Significantly oh boy, I'm sorry about that. Significantly smaller than when they first released those blushes, but it's fine. We have plenty of blushes in the collection, so we don't need a massive blush. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my, that's a pretty color. Okay, these are highlights. Let's do these blushes, and then we'll do the cream blush. We have Patrick Ta. She's That Girl and She's the Moment. I really wanted the Just Enough, but again, could not get my hands on it. So got She's the Moment, which I have been playing with and I've been absolutely loving. I prefer these over the singles he released years ago, like to the point where I'm like, okay, now I can get rid of the singles and I just can love these from him. And then I'm gonna apply, ooh, I went into it with my Black Beauty sponge. I'm gonna apply the cream over the powder and show you how gorgeous that looks. Like, look at that. Got it. It's so pretty, so glowy. So that's She's the Moment. And now let's do She's That Girl. Gonna do She's That Girl. I think I'll swatch it on like my hand over here so you can see it. Start with the powder. Okay. And let me go ahead and do the cream next. And now let's do some cream on top of the powder one. Just in some part of it, not all of it, so you can see all 3 shades. That's so pretty. I don't know what's going on with me, but I've been really enjoying a little bit pink blush. If you asked me about pink blush years ago, I would have been like, no way, I'm not doing pink blush. But now, I don't know, I just can't stop playing with them. Ooh, and I totally forgot the cream blush. I wiped the blushes off my hands, but this is the LYS and the shade is Bubbly. I've used this one as well, and I really, really, really enjoy it. There it is. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to highlighters. For highlighters, I'm gonna start with the creams. I'm gonna start with these. I have a lot of highlighters. This one I have used as a blush before. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer, and this one is in the shade Rosy. These are so pretty, you guys. I picked up the shade Peachy first, and then I could not stop thinking about this one, so I had to go back and pick it up, and this is Peachy. They are so beautiful. Here's Peachy, and here's Rosy. And then let's do Refi. This is in the shade Topaz. I think they only have one shade from this highlighter, from what I remember. Little tiny squeeze. Oh, it's too much. I don't need all of that on my hand, then it's impossible to wipe. So here's Topaz. When I used it a couple times before, I did really enjoy it as a foundation base. So that's probably how I'll end up using it. Topaz, Peachy, and Rosy over here. Topaz, Peachy, Rosy. All right, so the cream highlighters are swatched. Let's do the powder. We've got Clé de Peau. This is in the shade 203. Sunset's Brilliance. This is a little bit deeper, so it's like the perfect time for me to use it, just with a little bit of a color to my skin. It's a beautiful formula. Okay, and then we have Vlada collab with Smashbox. This is in the shade Gilded Rose. There's Gilded Rose. And then we have Lancome. This is Sparkling Pesh. This is intense, you guys. I feel like it's super, like it's intense. It's a blinding highlighter, the one from Lancome. Okay, and then we have Chanel. This is a Powder Lumiere. This is in the shade Ivory Gold. And then lastly, we have Sephora Colorful Luminizer, and this is in the shade Sparkling Honey. I've been really playing with this one and really enjoy it. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's move on to eyeshadow palettes, you guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the Mary Jane back into my collection, or I'm going to leave it on my table just in case to use it, because that's a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to move that out of the way. We're going to go ahead, and this is the Pat McGrath Subliminal. I just took it out of its package. So let's see. I'll show you what this guy's like. Beautiful. I'm not gonna swatch all of the eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna swatch the Glaminatrix. This one and the Sultry I'm not gonna swatch because I've had them in my collection before and I've used them before. This video is already really long, and you know, don't want to keep you here forever. So I'm going to put this guy back. And then here's the Sultry by ABH. It's a beautiful palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these back. And then I'm going to swatch these though. So we have Ensley Rain Cosmetics Cold Moon. I have these two from Glaminatrix. And I have the Pat McGrath last. Let's start with this one. This is the Passion Fleur. So pretty. So we got this mauve, matte, 2 and 3. Here we are. Pretty. All right, I'm gonna move on to the Cold Moon palette because I think these are gonna be extremely shimmery. The Cold Moon is gonna be really shimmery too. You guys, I had ordered this before the holidays. It was what, 12-week, like back ordered, and I received it sometime in like February, I wanna say. It's so pretty. I've played with it. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna do all the mattes first, and then we'll do all the shimmers. So we'll start with this one, Winter Rose, Arethea, Garnet. I'm not again. I'm gonna be butchering those names. I know I will be. Okay, so here's these top 3. We're gonna go into Mauja. Oh boy. Catmint, Transformation, and Mother's Night. So the mattes from the second row. And then the last 3 mattes, Cold Moon, Winter Solstice, and Rebirth. All right, so here are the mattes. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my arm, then let's do the shimmer shades. All right, for the shimmer shades, we have 4 in the top row. We've got Snowdrop, Aurora, Snow Fairies, and Forbidding. Again, I've used these. Oh my gosh, they're like multi-chrome, some of them. Oh man, and this is more of a shimmer. You guys, these are out of this world. Let's see, I'm gonna put them, I'm gonna do it over here. Okay, let's do the second row. We have Saturnalia. We've got Kion. Oh my gosh. And then Wolf Moon. I need a lesson in learning how to read these names. And here they are. Gorgeous. Let's do the last row. From the last row we have Snow Crystal, Borealis, Calicanzaros, and Storm Fair. See, I'm like, dude, I cannot pronounce them. Please forgive me. All right, and I'm gonna put these right over here. So pretty. All right, now we can go ahead and swatch the Glaminatrix shadows. They're just as gorgeous, if not, well, no. I feel like the Cold Moon ones are a little bit more, but see, this is what I was worried about. I got shimmer all over my arm. I gotta clean up my arm real well, and then I'll be back. All right, well, I tried my best, but my arm is gonna be glowing for days. From Glaminatrix, I ordered the Fairy Lights palette, and I ordered some singles. Let's go ahead and swatch the Fairy Lights first. To tell you that I was so happy that this was still in stock after my no buy was over was just, that's like an understatement. So we've got Carol's, Festive, and Star in the top row. See, my hand is just shimmery, but it's all right. What else are we gonna do? Look at that. Ooh, so glowy. And then from the second row, we have Cracker. We've got Presents and Wreath. These are definitely more metallic than the multi-chromes by Ensley Rain. So pretty, so gorgeous. Oof, I cannot wait to play with them. Okay, and then we have 6 single shades, and I'm gonna have to pull them out to read the names. All right, let me wiggle them around a bit so I can easily pick them out. All right, this one here is Kitten. This is Panda. Fox. So Kitten, Panda, Fox. This is Bear, Lion, and I know this is Mink. Mink. All right. So Kitten, Panda, Fox. That is if I remember them correctly. So pretty. And then we have Bear, Lion, and Mink. They feel so creamy, like I'm barely dipping into the pans. I think they look gorgeous. All right. Let's go ahead and do some lip swatches. Alrighty. My hand is just stained forever with glitter, and it's fine. For lippies, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the bullet lipsticks first. I have 2 bullet lipsticks. I have 2 crayons, 1 matte, and then the rest are lip glosses. This is Bitch Perfect. Actually, I wanted to show you this combo just as it is. So I had these 3 together. This color looks like what? By ColourPop, we've got Heart On. Actually, this is the lippy I'm wearing today. So here's the lip liner. And then for a liquid lip, I have Dose of Colors. I'm not sure what shade this is. I've got Dose of Colors. And then I used a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect. These together just were a beautiful combo. So got these here. Let's do the bullet lipstick by Pat McGrath. This is Her Majesty. This is one of her matte bullet lipsticks. We've got Kosas. This is Island High. I really enjoyed this one when I first got it. I haven't played with it in a while. We have Tristique Florence Fig. Oh no, it's broken. Shoot. Well, hopefully it doesn't create some problems or it's getting decluttered. There's Florence Fig. I really like this. It's a beautiful Very comfortable matte color. Let's do the lip glosses. Got a few lip glosses, and then we've got the lip oil. Actually, let's do this one first. This is by Patrick Ta. This is the, what does he call them? I'm not sure, but this is Need Her. Oh, Major Volume Plumping Gloss, and this is in the shade Need Her. I've been really loving it. I've been wearing it often. So there's Need Her. I'll show you the lip liners that I've been really enjoying too. Let's do the shade Guava from House Labs. This is the PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. This is a really beautiful color too. Super comfortable formula, like super comfy. It's not a super pigmented swatch, but it's a lip oil. I don't know why I'm still keeping it in the packaging. Don't ask. Now let's do this. This is by Pat McGrath, and this is what, Major Love? No, Secret Lover. And then we have Vasanti. This is in the shade Super Mom. I love this lippy. We've got the Lifter Gloss by Maybelline. This is in the shade Petal. That's really pretty too. We've got the Pure X Barbie. This is Boss Gloss. Because my hand needed more shimmer. And then we have Claire by Buxom. I wish the applicator picked up more product. It smells yummy. And then we've got the Jisoo Strawberry, oh boy, Strawberry Sorbet. Can I even read that? Oh, that looks nice. And what else do we have? Oh, the two lip liners, other than the ColourPop one. This is the Give Pout to Get Real in the shade Do Whatever. I've been really enjoying this guy. I've been wearing it very often. Let me go ahead and show you this guy. It's not the best swatch, but okay, so that's the Give lip liner, and then Work of Art by Tower 28. I'm loving this guy too. Let's watch it here so you can see it. There. This is Work of Art. So that will be it for me for this time around. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it while you're watching it. Leave me a comment. I'd love to chat with you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.